Dear students, welcome back to another part. We are on question right now. We have a triangular prism with ABC is a base 15 and 14 with the joint angle is 27 is given. ACB is 27. We have to find AB. When we have two joint sides and one joint angle, we will use cosine rule. So this is smaller c, this is smaller b, this is smaller a. Okay, we have to find c, so we will use the c side. So formula will be equal to c square is equal to square of other two sides, a square b square minus 2 into a into b, a into b, and then cos c. Okay, this is a, this is b. So c square is, we have to find c square. A square is 14 square, b square is 15 square minus 2 into a is 14, b is 15 minus cos c is 27. Okay, now this is equal to 196 plus 2 to 5, and when we multiply them and simplify them, this will become minus 374.22 after using cos 27. Okay, now simplify this. C square equal to, after adding subtracting, this will become 60. Okay, now taking square root on both sides, so c value will be equal to 6.83. basically c is AB, which is equal to 6.83. this is the final answer of AB. Then the length of the prism is p centimeter. This is length of prism, which is p centimeter. We have a volume is 1000. The volume of the prism is 1000. So formula for volume of prism is volume is equal to base area time height. So first we have to find the base area. Because we have volume, if we have base area, we can easily find height. So first we will find base area. Base area is, it's not right angle triangle, two joint side and one joint angle is given, so we will use 1 over 2 into 14 into 15 into sine theta which is equal to 27. Okay, after simplifying it this will become 47.66. okay, now we have to find height. Volume is 1000, base area is 47.66 and height is p. Okay, 47.66 is multiplying, will divide on other side, this will be divided, so p value, this will be cancelled, so p value will be 20.98. Clear? This was B part of question 9. Now we are on C part. The prism is packed in a carton. The carton is a cuboid with size 15 and by P by H. Calculate the smallest possible value. Okay, we have to pack this. If we pack them, and this will become your height. If we flip them and pack into the box, this will become your actual height. So here will be your 90 degree. So this is angle, this is your hypotenuse. We have to find height. Where there is angle, this become base, so this is perpendicular, this is hypotenuse. So what formula we will use? Cos theta is curly base or hypotenuse. We can't use that sin theta. Some people have perpendicular over hypotenuse, some people have, so sin theta will be used. So sin theta is 27. Some people we have to find perpendicular over hypotenuse. After calculation we can find p. So p is equal to sin 27 time 14 is equal to p. This will become 6.35 after calculation. This is your C part of question 9. Okay, then we are on question 10 right now. F is 4 minus 3 and G is 1 minus 5. This is matrices question. We have to find G minus 2F. We have to find G minus 2F. So first we will find 2F. So 2 times F is 4 minus 3. If we multiply them, this will become 8 minus 6, because first this will multiply this and this will multiply with this. So this is 2F. So we have to find G minus 2F. So G is 1 minus 5 minus 2F is 8 minus 6. So first will be subtracted from first and second will be subtracted from second. 1 minus 8, positive 8 minus is outside, will change the sign. 1 minus 8 is minus 7, minus 5 minus 6, positive 6, minus 5 plus 6 is plus 1. So minus 7 plus 1 is your final matrix. Okay, now we have to find the determinant of F and determinant of G. We have to prove that Peter Wright F determinant is greater than G determinant. We have to show that the Peter is wrong. Okay, first we will find the determinant of F. We know the determinant of F formula will be x square plus y square whole under root. X is 4, so 4 square plus minus 3 whole square. Okay, 16 plus 9, which will be equal to 25, which will be equal to under root 25 is equal to 5. So F determinant is this. So we will find G determinant. So G determinant will be x square 1 square plus y square is minus 5 square. So 1 square is 1 and minus 5 square is 25, which will be equal to 26. This will be equal to approximately 5.1. I will make separate video in which I will explain how we can find without calculator the square root of numbers which are not perfect square. Okay, now B part is a vector question. We have A, O, B and R point OA is equal to A and OB is equal to B. Okay, now find PB in term and OA is such that OP is 1 over 3 of OA. OQ are straight line and Q is the midpoint of PB. Q is the midpoint of PB. Find the PB in term of A and B. First I have to find PB. Okay, PB. OB is given and OA is given. Okay, P is the midpoint, P is the point on OA such that OP is equal to 1 over 3 of OA. OA is given, which is equal to A. So first I will find OP. OP equal to 1 over 3 of OA. OA is A. So OP is equal to 1 over 3 A. Clear? We have to find PB. This is 1 over 3 A. We have to find PB. We will use head to tail rule. Well, this is tail. We will go this side. This is PO. So PB is equal to PO plus OB. We have OP. If we change the sign, this will change the direction. So this will become minus 1 over 3A plus OB is B. So this is your final answer. You can further simplify, but you can leave it here. Okay. Now find OQ in term of A and B given your answer in simplest form. Okay, we have to find OQ. Now we have to find OQ. We know that Q is the midpoint. Q is the midpoint of PB. If we divide that by 2, this will become your midpoint. Okay, so first I have to find PQ. First I have to find PQ. PQ will be equal to half of PB, which is equal to minus 1 over 3A. You can also take LCM to simplify. this will become minus a plus 3b. Okay, so here is minus a plus 3b over 3. So this is equal to minus a plus 3b over 6. Okay, now this is PQ. We have to find OQ. We have to find OQ. Okay, so OQ is equal to OQ is equal to OP plus PQ. OP plus PQ. Okay, you can write the arrow or you can ignore that. But now we have to find OQ. OP is 1 over 3a. OP is 1 over 3a plus PQ is minus a plus 3b over 6. We will use the bracket for that. Minus a plus 3b over 6. We will take LCM. Okay, we will take LCM. We multiply with 2 here to make the bases same. So this will become 2 and 2a over 6 minus 2u minus a plus 3b over 6. Okay, then we'll take LCM. 2a minus a plus 3b. 2a minus a is a plus 3b over 6, which is your final answer. Okay, of OQ. Now we have to prove QR is equal to 2OQ. QR, this is QR. This is QR. QR is equal to 2 times of OQ. 2 times of OQ. Show that AR is parallel to PQ. First we will find OR. QR is equal to 2 times of OQ. So QR is equal to 2 times of OQ, which is a plus 3b over 6. Okay, this will be simplified by 3. So QR is equal to 1 over 3 times a plus 3b. Okay, now we have to show that AR is equal to PB. AR is equal to PB. First we will find AR and we have PB already. For AR we will find AO plus OR. So we don't have OR. We have OQ and QR. We will add them. OQ is this and QR is 1 over 3. First we have to add them to find OR. We have to find OR. This will be equal to OQ plus QR. So OQ plus QR is, so a plus 3b over 6 plus 1 over 3 into a plus 3b. Okay, now we have to simplify that. First we have to multiply this with 2. We will multiply denominator with 2 with numerator with 2. This will become a plus 3b over 6 and this will become 2a plus 6b over 6. Okay, take LCM as make single base. A plus 3b plus 2a plus 6b. This will be equal to a plus 2a is 3a plus 3b plus 6b is 9b over 6. You can write simply separately. 3a over 6 plus 9b over 6. This will be cancelled with 1 over 2. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3 3s are 3, 2s are. So a by 2 plus 3b by 2. Okay, this is OR. This is OR. Now we have to find AR. AR is equal to AO. OA is given equal to A. If we find AO, this will become negative A. So negative a plus this plus a by 2 plus 3b by 2 because OR AO plus OR is this is OR. Okay, now over we will take LCM. We will multiply 2 with this 2a plus a plus 3b over 2. Base will be same. I can write with okay. Minus 2a plus a is a plus 3b over 2. Okay. Now this is AR. This is equal to AR. Now we have to find AR is parallel to PB. This is AR and PB is equal to, we have already find PB is equal to minus a plus 3b over 3 over 3. Okay, this is equal to minus 2 over this is minus a plus 3b over 2. Okay, now we can take 1 over 2 as a common here, so AR will become 1 over 2 into negative a plus 3b. Okay, if we take 1 over 3 here common, so P will become 1 over 3. If we take common, this will become minus a plus 3b. We have to prove them parallel. We can write as a ratio R in numerator R, denominator form. So PB over AR. So PB over AR will be equal to, PB is 1 over 3 and 2 minus a plus 3b over AR is 1 over 2 and 2 minus a plus 3b. So this will be cancelled. This will be cancelled. This will become 1 over 3 divided by 1 over 2 will multiply them. This will become 2 over 1. So this is equal to 2 by 3. So PB over AR. So basically PB, if we cross multiply, so basically PB is equal to AR will shift on, will multiply here. So 2AR over 3. So we have proved that PB is parallel to AR with the constant 2 by 3. It's very simple, but you have to do calculation carefully. Okay, we are on 11 question, which is our last part. We have f of x 3x minus 3 into x minus 2 and g of x 7x over 4 minus 1. We have to find g of 2. We have to place the value of 2 into function of g. So g of 2 will be equal to 7 into 2 over 4 minus 1. 7 into 2 14, 14 over 4 minus 1. So 14 over 4, 14 over 4 minus 1. We can take LCM 4. So this will become 14 minus 4 over 4, which is equal to 10 by 4, which is equal to 5 by 2, which is equal to 2.5. Okay, given that we have to find G inverse. For G inverse, you know that how to find inverse function. You can also watch my video on my channel with inverse, how to find inverse function. First we have to place this value with equal to y. We have to make x the subject of the formula. We will shift 1 on other side. So this will become y plus 1 7x over 4. We will cross multiply. So this will become 4y plus 4 is equal to 7x. We will divide by 7 both sides. So 4y plus 4 over 7 is equal to x. Now we will put here G inverse. So this will become G inverse x and place the value of x in place of y. So function is 4x plus 4 over 7. So G inverse function is 4x plus 4 over 7. Now we have to find, given that f of t is equal to 6, f of t. So we have to place t value in place of x. So f of t is equal to 3 into t minus 2. X minus 2 is basically t minus 2 now. So whole function is equal to 6, ft is equal to 6. So 3 into t minus 2. 3 is multiplying here, will divide on other side. This will become 2. So t minus 2. Minus 2 will shift on other side. So 2 plus 2 is equal to t. So t is equal to 4. Okay. Now we have to find f of 7x over 4 minus 1, which is equal to px plus q. First we will place the value and then we will compare. So f of x is 7x over 4 minus 1. So f of 7x over 4 minus 1 will be equal to 3 times of x is 7x over 4 minus 1 minus 2 is given. So this will become 3 over 7x over 4 minus 3. Okay. First we will solve in brackets. We will take LCM. We will multiply 4 here. Will 4 here. So LCM is 4. Now 7x minus 12. Okay. So over 3. Now we will multiply that. So this will become 21x minus 36 over 4. You can write it separately. 21x over 4 minus 36 over 4. So this will become 5 point something, 5.25. 4 5s are 20 and 1 carry, 2 and 5. Okay. So x minus 9. So value with x is p. So p is 5.25, 5.25, and then value with q is minus 9. Okay. We have done this paper. If you have any confusion, you can write me in comment section, and also suggest me what paper you want to upload on my YouTube channel. And like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Thank you for watching.